you fell. So, what's going on, people, or YouTube? I need different say and give me recommendations because I can't always say that. But yeah, different one today. So basically, nutrition. Yes. I think people underestimate how important nutrition is for building muscle and for general growth. So I'm going to talk about my experience, basically how you can help build muscle through nutrition, or how you can help do a cut, do a bulk, what you should eat, and all that fancy stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. It's just basically going to be me speaking here to you and have a lovely little chat. So what do I eat for mornings, or what should you eat for mornings more so? So mornings is like, so you can have a high source of carbs, because it is one of those areas where in mornings you want a high source of carbs to be able to energize you for the rest of the day, and also give your muscle energy to produce a high performance while at the gym. So what I eat doesn't have to be what you eat, but similar foods are great for this. So like avocado is high in fat, but it's also a good source of energy. But carbs wise is like Weetabix, oats, bread. And you want to produce that. You want to have that with a source of protein as well. So you could have eggs on toast. You could have oats and then eggs on toast on the side as well. Or you can have, if you want to be fancy, maybe salmon or just, you know what I mean. Just have a source of protein with a source of carbs. But yeah, there's mainly carbs in breakfast, just because you want to give your body energy and supply your muscles for the rest of the day. So yeah, it's also beneficial for helping maintain muscle. And so I was watching little sources or studies online, and they were saying that it is the most important. Everyone says the most important meal, but it actually is the most important meal for you to maintain your muscle mass throughout the day. So just have a little think of that, and obviously think of what the best meal for you is, and then go from there. But like I said, I normally have personally avocado on toast with oats, or Weetabix with a protein yogurt. Yeah, it's just an very easy meal, and yeah, it's quite good for uni if you're struggling for muscle.
Yeah, I also didn't realise my mic was cut throughout throughout all of what I've just said. So sorry if you can't really hear me as well, but it should be on now. It should be working. So yeah, hopefully that's all good. Anyway, so you might ask yourself, like, why do I need to focus on nutrition? Why can't I just work out and get a good body from that? Yes and no, right? So when you first work out, there's something called beginner gains. You got them, which you just started. If you got them, you're lucky. Everyone has them, but I missed those days. So basically, beginner gains is basically just an area like 1 to 2 years, maybe 3 years, depending. Normally 1 to 2, of where you hit high load of muscle mass very quickly. So you build muscle mass a lot quicker during the first 2 years of training, normally. And during that stage, you will see a significant amount of difference if you are constantly at the gym and obviously putting dedication into it. But yeah, that is beginner gains. You can get away with not eating the best diet and still seeing progress, because you are naturally just doing a new activity, and you're going to obviously build muscle through that. But when you're like myself and you plateau and you've been doing gym for 5 years, you won't really see much difference if you don't eat a healthy diet or change your diet plan or nutrition. So if you want to bulk, you're going to have to, like I said, do the calorie goals, watch what foods you eat. If you want to cut, so watch what foods you eat low calorie foods or just high protein intake with carbs and low fats. So it's all this stuff that you have to take in when you're at your plateau stage to actually see significant, or not significant, let's say slight gains. It slows down as more you train. So that's something to be aware of. If you're slowing down, that's completely normal. Just then you have to realize you have to change something around your routine, whether that be your training. So you might be doing this routine push pull legs, which I've been doing for fucking 8 years. You might need to change that to see differences in your strength and your look. So you might have to do arms one day, and then legs and shoulders, and then back and bicep, back and bicep, back in the chest. So it's one of those things you have to tweak around. And the same with nutrition. If you're at your peak and you plateaued, you're going to have to change your nutrition around, whether you want to bulk, so increase your calories, whether you want to cut, decrease your calories, what you're going to eat with protein base, what you're going to eat with carbs, what you're going to eat with fats, and then go from there. But just be aware of what you actually have to change to be able to make further progress. Yeah, relating back to what I was saying about why is it important is, I mean, why saying like why is working out important? There's a lot of reasons why it's important. Like there's your health in general reduces like your cholesterol levels, like it will reduce high cholesterol. It will give your muscles a longer workout duration. It will help you be able to lift weights for a longer period of time. If you're having a lot of carbs for your session, it will definitely help with energy. Like I said, it'll get you into shape. And not gonna lie, a lot of it is mental. Like I remember when I was eating crap all the time, you would feel a bit down, a bit shit about yourself because you just feel, ugh, you know what I mean? Like you can't really feel, ugh. It's the best way to word it. So yeah, eating healthy or balanced diet. The difference between healthy and balanced diet is well, not really. I'll tell you in a minute. Is good because it makes you feel better mentally. But on the other hand, what I was gonna say is if you're cutting, expect your mentality to go down a little bit because I did it recently, and it got to a stage where I was like not choosing anything with fat in, just protein based and carb based. And no matter what, you do need a little bit of fat. So when you stop doing that, your mindset will also go downhill with it. So just keep that in mind. Recommend have a balanced diet unless you're prepping for a show, obviously. Yeah, but one thing to do with this is carbohydrates. For some reason, everyone thinks, not everyone, but a lot of people that I know think carbohydrates are bad. Like in my hometown, they probably think people that aren't educated in this area probably think carbohydrates are bad for you. And if they see it as fats and if they see it as it might put weight onto them, not true. Carbohydrates, what? Carbohydrates are just generally needed for energy reasons, like to give your body energy and to use that to work out. So if anything, having carbohydrates is beneficial to actually gain muscle. So there's a big difference. And even with fats aren't bad. I think fats are bad because it's in my head. I'm like, I need to be toned no matter what, but it's not. I'm telling you, fats aren't bad. You need a sufficient amount of fats in your balanced diet anyway. So a little bit of fat is perfectly fine. It's just don't overload it. And it's the same with anything. You shouldn't overload protein either. Too much protein is pointless because it won't register into your system. It'll just, you basically just, shit it out. So just, that's why I say to like find out where or how much calories you should have and how much protein you should have within the day to then know what to eat and how much of it to actually consume.